It's official. Richard Hart has defeated the SEC. This is going to be a special video to address everything that's been going on with PulseChain. So Richard Hart, friends, this guy over here, Ricardo Corazon. Some say Richard Fart. Some say the Sandwich King. Some say the Spam King. Some say Warlord Richard. Some say Greg the Duck. He has defeated the SEC. So you now can tell your friends and family, well, we weren't a scam all along. But of course, tongue in cheek, they're going to look at the price chart and they go, price has gone down. And you say, well, bro, if you think that every price that goes down is a scam, then you think the whole world's a scam. You know that? And if you think that everything goes up, then it's not a scam, right? So you can't let that distract you from the big picture. And what is the big picture here, friends? The big picture is Richard Hart got the top 5% outcome achievement for the SEC battle. So this is what I'm telling everyone in the community. When people come out, because they'll say, oh, he's still fat. Oh, he's still not streaming. Oh, it's still a scam or blah, 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 blah. Okay, because they will say that, friends. That's just how people, man. That people just say that stuff. I mean, like, I'll give you an example. Let's just be honest. Do you go and call XRP the nicest things? I do, but like we know what you're doing. Like Ripple, you're just still dumb. You guys don't have a real adoption. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're not really the bastion leader of like decentralization or anything. And you actually minted your own tokens to go give it to Kamala Krappus, right? You literally did what Satoshi made crypto not to do. He didn't want people to mint their own shitcoin and then give it for political bias. That's literally how we got to where we are in the CBDC world and stuff. Okay, so that's a perfect example, right? So your opinion didn't change. Well, other people's opinions won't change, but at least you have it for yourself now, okay? Because you are my friend. I'm catching you with the Pokeball every day, and our slippers do remain fluffy. Richard Hart beat the SEC fair and square. Some copers think the SEC just gave up, but this is false, okay? Friends, this is literally it. Out of all the cases, Richard is in the special top 5% cases. So when you tell friends or family, well, maybe you're just going to be a Twitter reply guy or girl, you go, he got top 5% results. You couldn't even get that, okay? Top 5% results literally means Judge Aunty Carol, she stopped baking her Easter cookies for 15 minutes. She looked at it. She literally said to the SEC, guess what? You don't have jurisdiction. And here's another 4-page essay about how even if you did have jurisdiction, which means you can go after the guy, there is no fraud. You actually lose. That's what it is, right? It's kind of like the referee says, hey, they didn't break the rules. And by the way, even if they kind of did break the rule and there's a penalty or a foul for this 2 minutes, the score is 100 to them and like 6 to you. So, and there's about 40 seconds left on the clock. So no matter what happened, it's like physically impossible for you to win. Well, that's actually what Judge Aunty Carol pretty much said to them. Top 5% of results. This is a rare and uncommon achievement. So friends, it's now like, I guess it's official, right? PulseChain's not a scam. PulseChain's not a security. Hex isn't a scam. Hex isn't a security. Same as PulseX. Richard Hart did 0 fraud. Judge Aunty Carol in court. This is really funny, friends. When we first went through this, so just to remind you, everybody went to court. All the Hexicans, remember? And visually, that's why, friends, I got the highest value content in crypto here for you. Look at this. This was it. Everyone rocked up to court. 200 people attend. The corrupt SEC tried to move the date twice to try and intimidate the community. They moved it twice to try to get everybody not to come. They moved it to Halloween, expecting nobody to rock up. Everybody rocked up. Literally everybody rocked up. All right, everyone rocked up. And we even got insider information because we were in the court. And there's so much insider information. Even Ivan on tech, shout out to baby doll Ivan, he didn't even believe the information. He literally went on his stream. He was reading my tweet. He goes, Sommi, where'd you get this from? He literally was basically saying, I'm a bullshit artist and I just made this stuff up. What was I saying? Well, we're literally in the court. He was in disbelief. Judge Aunty Carol looked at the case and she says, there's no fraud here. Once you put your money somewhere else, it's their money. Okay, and by the way, he said that he did what he said he would do. The chain's released. So there you go. Also, on top of that, this is why Ivan's mind was flipping. He goes, are you sure a judge said this? Because he's looking at Richard Hart. He's got a top hat. You know what I mean? Like, he's just probably like, are you sure he said this? And he never followed up with it. It was like totally disbelief. Yes. Yes. It's kind of funny, friends. Disbelief. It's because the price isn't going up. If the price is like 15x higher, they'd be like, oh, of course, of course. But because the price is cheap, no one believes it. Judge Aunty Carol, right, also said, hey, that's really weird how this scammer gave $27 million for charity. I've never seen that before. She was like dumbfounded, baffled. So we love you, Judge Aunty Carol. Also, right, on the topic of all of this, she said it's not she said everything's not a security. There is no fraud. And she's asked this question, where does even the blockchain live? She goes, where does it exist? And obviously, that's why I made all these videos about it. I go, exactly, where the hell does this thing live? We don't even have the laws yet. Remember, this was done pre-Trump. October, friends. Halloween. Trump wasn't in. You see, you still had a corrupt chairman SEC and stuff, okay? So it is a question, where does it all live? Because, friends, what makes crypto the most unique, special thing ever is there's no geographical barriers, okay? You're in a country, when you live in a country, okay, your attention is in the country. Your GDP contribution is in the country. You are in Italia. You are in France. You are in the land of China. You're in Antarctica with all the UFOs and all the secret pyramids there that we're not allowed to go see, otherwise we get shot. You're in America. You have the flag there. Okay, you can't leave. You can't leave. It's like it's an effort for you to leave. Okay, in crypto, we all live on the internet. So then what are we? We're like one network. Interesting. And if you're on a chain, for example, you're on Ethereum, if you want to go move somewhere else, it doesn't take long. If you want to go move countries, it takes a while, doesn't it? Yeah, you're very, very sticky to your country. That's why in crypto, it's super volatile because people can just click and move away, move their capital and attention away, and then just go somewhere else. There you go, fast. But if you're in Italy, like you want to go move to China tomorrow, you can't. You got your friends, your family, it's sticky, and you can't come back in 2 seconds. You're like, oh, what do I do? What do I go? So see, totally different, right? It's a totally different world. Crypto really removes all the barriers to entry just for everything. I wonder how society will be in maybe 100 to 500 years where you and I can just, oh, we'd be dead, right? I'll come back as a butterfly though, where you and I can teleport across the world in like 4 minutes or 1 minute. Imagine that. How would society change? It would change a lot. Because then you don't need to live all these cities. If you could just catch a tube from somewhere, you probably go live in the mountain with no one else. But then everyone will live in the mountain. It would be interesting, right? How society would change. Well, the kind of crypto is kind of showing you what would happen here, right? Everything's like really volatile, right, at the start. Like, hey, is this city going to be popular or not? Because everyone lives here, but they go to other places, right? It's cool to think about. Now, remember, SEC, Richard Hart, it's finally over. It is finished. You remember that, friends? That's actually what Jesus said on the crucifix at the end of his life. He said, "It is finished." So when you see that, so look, this thing is now finally done. What about the price pump? What about the price pump? I know, man. I watched XRP, friends. I literally was like, well, XRP didn't pump off the SEC stuff because wider market cyclical forces are more important. Here is Richard Hart versus corrupt chairman Gary Gensler. Get him, boy! Get him! Oh man, cool AI. It's really funny. Shout out to our favorite Mr. NuclearHerbs, who has been helping us with a lot of legal stuff. Mr. NuclearHerbs. So for him to know, on behalf of the whole community, we thank you. We do salute you. Thank you so much, sir. And also, here's a lollipop for you. There you go. And if you need a bodyguard, I stole some guns from Kentucky. Just give me a call sometime, okay? Now, Mr. NuclearHerbs, he did a big favor for the community. Why? In the midst of the fear, whenever SEC says like, you're security, you're all securities, all the semen is for me. In the midst of that, it's painful because you're seeing like Davey Soy Hoffman. He's like, you know, I've got blood type S for soy, but Richard Hart's a scammer. You have all these people coming out just going, ha ha, you all got scammed, you all got scammed. They're saying that. And so for NuclearHerbs to come out and dissect all the things legally and to actually tell us, hey guys, it's actually a weak case. You know, we're in disbelief at the start. Just so you know, take you back to July 31st, 2023, just to revisit that. I was in disbelief. And I know, I was like, man, more suffering. Here it was. I may never forget this date. July 31st, right? Went all the way down. OKEX removed us from the listing here, literally right here. And that's funny. Then we went back up. Now we've made a new low. So OKEX delisting here. This was the SEC, down 66%, which is the devil's number as well. It's kind of funny and weird as well, down 66% on that day. So yeah, in the midst of that, it was NuclearHerbs. He literally went through all of it. And it was nice to see someone, because we're not legal dudes. And like, friends, I remember when we were all watching, actually it's funny, I think in the month of July 2023, I think I made videos saying like, man, I feel sorry for XRP people, because like they signed up to like get big bag pumps. Now they have to become legal experts. And oh man, what a just treacherous thing. Guess what happened to us? Happened to me. Never thought it happened to me. You know what I mean? I was never having perspective. I was always humble about it. I was like, man, that's just so sad, because like, you came in for crypto not to be some sort of freaking judge, legal expert, because everyone's like, oh, the legal stuff. It goes for like 15 pages just to say something. Like, is it may or is it must? Is it a dot or is it comma? You change the word from may to must and a dot to a comma. That's it. You got to change the next 5,000 words of this contract and stuff. That's why it's been wild. So for Mr. NuclearHerbs, Mr. Nuki to come out, it was beautiful, because Mr. NuclearHerbs here deserves every follow he gets. Friends, this guy, yeah, just coming out of the woodworks. And just showing us, oh, like their case is actually crap. It's not actually real. Just to hear that from someone who's actually a legal dude, because all of us fans, I was coming out saying like, we're gonna win. I just believe, and everyone's like, okay, legally, how are we gonna win? I'm like, dude, I'm the wrong person to say legally. The only L word I know is lemon, because I like lemon squeezed on my chicken schnitzel. That's about as far as it goes. It was kind of funny. I guess we'll right with like this courageous Lionheart stuff. But, you know, it's nice to at least have someone out here who can back you up. You know what I mean? Because he went through, dissected everything, all these essays, and just pretty much showing how they had a weak case and all these lawyers. And yeah, it was great to see this to play out. So remember, PulseChain not a scam, Hex not a scam, Richard Hart did 04, the SEC's bogus, deserves a clown nose. Now they've actually got, friends, on this day, they've actually put in Paulie Boo Atkins, and he's been told to do light touch regulation. He's a free market guy, and that's right, if America wants to dominate crypto, that's what they have to do. They have to put all the tax rates to zero, get literally everybody in. Once you make all the cool stuff, start raising the taxes. But make the cool stuff first, get the value in. I'm watching literally Ethereum crater off to zero, so maybe Donald Trump can rescue Ethereum stuff later on too. Slippers do remain fluffy. All of these were battled in court. It's beautiful to see. So, friends, it's wonderful, isn't it? But remember, you don't need a judge to tell you that you can like something. For example, I like this coin, okay? Richard likes this coin too. He's spoken about it, PulseChain. He founded it. This is PulseX, the buy and burn. Richard likes it too. I like it too. Okay, you have this coin Hex. There's actually two of them. It was so powerful. There's a protein version on Ethereum, and there's a protein version on PulseChain. Okay, it's actually the last source of protein left on Ethereum, the Hex from Ethereum. Also, to let you know, friends, BankX, I think they're setting the rest of their supply. They had 880 million EHEX total. Now they got like 150 or 190, and I think they've just sent it all over to PulseChain. I think they're doing a sell the news, but hopefully just get rid of that supply fast. But still, it's the wider cyclical forces, you know. Also, this coin controversial. Richard doesn't like it, but he tweeted about it 33 times in 1 month, so I'm allowed to like it as well. And then you have this coin. It's got a very green logo. This is ink. So pretty much everything is bonded within the network, friends, and that things and ratios change around. But overall, this news is extremely positive. But yeah, I mean, I look at the prices. I just refresh it again. Yeah, it's kind of muted. You know, Pulse 4%, Hex 3%. You know, like these moves up here, PDI as well, and just, yeah, so these moves, you know why, okay? I've gone through it many times, and for everyone all the way over there at the back, we can see you. Pull your pants back up. I'm sure what you're doing is illegal, and you're scaring the ladies, okay? I don't know who invited that dude. Now, with ETH BTC going down like this is a very, very, very stormy cloud. What type of storm? Well, just imagine someone's big willy, just literally, it's like, I didn't ask for this golden shower. And by the way, why is this shower going for like 11 months? Thought like it's meant to be over in like a day or two, this cloud. So what I'm going to do, friends, actually, if you just allow me in a very family-friendly way, I'm just going to have to, let's say storm, thunder. We're going to need, yeah, we deserve this. This is a big stormy cloud. And we're going to have to make the font much larger. So, okay, well, the font's maximum. But there you go. So pretty much, that's unfortunately what we're dealing with, a very stormy cloud, very floppy willy. That's what keeps everything there. But it's not Ethereum per se. I know it's easy, friends, because Ethereum, a lot of soy, right? I always say, Ethereum. It's not actually just Ethereum. Ethereum is correlated to the sentiment of the business cycle, and the business cycle is ass right now. Very, very bad. The worst in 45 years. We've never had ISM above 52 even. It's just been down only. So you can attribute whatever domino you want to that. It doesn't really matter, you know. One person's going to say it's Joe Biden. One person's going to say it's China and zombie virus. Westboro Church are going to say God hates mags, right? It's all the mags. It's all the rainbow flag people. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's just going to blame something. Doesn't really matter. I mean, it's all of a cycle. And the common theme is like, if you just pray, it tends to work out, you know. But I know I said this like 15 months ago. Hasn't worked out so far. that's the game, man. It's praying and coping, friends. That's why bulls always sound naive. They're just like, oh, well, maybe it just gets better. Oh, it didn't. I don't know. Maybe it just gets better from here, right? That's the game, man. Now, where are we going to go from here? Here's the PulseChain PLS price. Yeah, man. We've got to do another 123% rally. So 2.2x to retrace the interpol. And then we've got to do another 3x to retrace the actual SEC. Remember, we've now hit the vertical line here. What is this vertical line, friends? Eric Wall's bet. It's officially over now. So Eric Wall's bet is here. So it's kind of funny, right? Eric Wall on the day, like the bet's officially over. Richard Hart defeats the SEC in this time period. And let's see how far down we are from his target. My gosh. 96.5%. So pretty much PulseChain needs to do a 33x from here just to get to Eric Wall's very low, very basic target that he made the bet on, which is a $16 billion market cap for PulseChain PLS, which is 10x SAC price. When are we going to get it? I don't know, friends. Somewhere this century. Here is PulseX. PulseX, let's look at the PulseX to Pulse ratio. PulseX got a great buy and burn. Nicely moving up. Yeah, what else is there really to do? You have Hex as well, friends. A lot of Hex bonding and stuff with PLS. Let's see what actually... Look at the Hex PLS ratio. What I think is going to happen is, as Ethereum... See how this thing is like... I'm sure this is what... I'm allowed to think this, okay? I'm allowed to think. I'm allowed to guess. I think Richard pumped this up. I think it can't sustain itself. And I think it's kind of showing you, by the way, ETH BTC is ready to go up. Because remember, think of Hex as Bitcoin and think of PulseChain as Ethereum. So it's feeling like the layer one, so the store of value can't be as strong as a layer one. It feels like it's here. Unless you can always, friends, I mean, like when you have all the ratios, friends, you could literally, we have all the money, you could just ratio this as much as you want. But I feel like naturally as Ethereum rises, this probably comes back down, gas fees, DeFi makes a resurgence. And it's nice tight range. It's not even anything big, you know. It doesn't really matter, man. I own all of them. I like all of them. Ink as well, very, very, very green logo. The greenest logo in crypto as well. Still playing around the same sandbox zone. It's all the same thing, man. We're all liquidity bonded. We need PLS to go up. Doesn't matter what it is in PokeCenter, in PDI, in Atropa. We're all relying on the same thing. Just playing around with ratios, no one gives a crap anymore. You know what I mean? Like we need to see the USD prices. Like even when you're seeing PIKA, PLS is on a weekly chart. Everything relies on PLS. Let's even look at how much is PIKA from here to the top. Yeah, it's like a 12x, man. Yeah, there's dog shit liquidity. It's nothing. It takes nothing to move it. But it's not about that, man. It's when. When is it going to move? When are they going to move? That's what we don't know. That's the killer, right? That's the uncertainty. So you can go around and play with yourself or someone else if you want. Okay, 3 people's a party. Or, yeah, there's the other coins here. Here's that stupid PDI coin. Doesn't matter. Log chart of Cope. It's all the same thing. We all need PLS to go up. PLS needs Ethereum to go up. Ethereum needs the business cycle to recover. That's what it needs to do. And yes, what's the business cycle need? God knows. God knows. It doesn't need like the US dollar to keep going down, maybe, and oil to keep going down, maybe, and interest rates to go down. There's never that perfect catalyst because, like, you gotta think about it. If you knew the perfect catalyst, you would literally just hoard all your money, wait for the catalyst, and go all in on risk assets. But we know the world doesn't work like that, you know. And by the way, the buttons you need today are going to be different buttons in 4 years. In 4 or 5 years from now, it's totally different. Right now, it's, oh, the US Fed's got to come do something. Yeah, but 4 or 5 years might be something else. Maybe like Europe's economy is buckled in 4 or 5 years and we need like their German DAX to recover back to the highs, to stop being down so much so the rest of the world can feel okay about getting, you know, German sausages delivered to their home or something. You know, so it changes every time, friends. There's always what they call like a new theme. Oh, there's a new commodity here or a new issue and everything out here. But you get to see, right, even in crypto, like PulseChain here, where we remove a theme of a bad cloud, it doesn't really matter, right? Because you need overall friendship in the whole macro picture. So where are we going to go from here? It's nice to see at least Bitcoin's not scamming us. Bitcoin is up to 88,000 American dollars. Personally, I have just written off the month of April. I've just still broken it out. I'm just why I just tell you that just in case, man, there's another screw up. It's 5 red monthly candles, man, friends. Like nothing comes good in 5 red monthly candles. Not even at the end. Just I'm not trusting it. Wait until May, and then we can start printing a new green, and we can start resetting the new cope. Don't forget, loves you, friends. Remember, Richard Hart, top 5% of SEC victories. When is he going to stream as well? A lot of people wondering, when stream? Well, we got Interpol, still corrupt Interpol. Maybe he's scared for his life. He said he's bulletproof twice in that previous recording. Yes, I guess only he can answer it. Also, I wonder if he will start to talk to people. Because he hasn't spoken to anybody, just to let you know. He doesn't reply to anybody for a long time on Twitter. Remember, his comments are enabled now, right? So he does have comments, but I don't know if he's replying. And he probably doesn't have enough time. He's probably like, yes. But it's something interesting. Also, if he can't stream, because maybe like he's feeling lonely, he doesn't have the sandwich shop access anymore, maybe there could be Twitter Spaces. That could be something. You know, Twitter Spaces. You know, you're all going to listen to that anyway. I mean, like the streaming is just... He's just talking anyway, so it's the same thing. And you don't, if it's a Twitter Spaces, you don't have to show your location. You don't have to like brush your hair. What else he will do? You know what I mean? Maybe he's like got his peg nipples, and he doesn't want to be seen on camera with that because it's kind of like ruined the whole PDI story and everything that he's built up to that he's not involved with. Definitely not involved with. Definitely not. Yeah. So with Twitter Spaces, that would be good. Or he could just do an audio. Maybe he's doing an audio right now. Maybe he just puts on his Twitter or his YouTubes as well. But also, I think I just gotta remind everyone, wanting Richard to come and stream is good for our personal, emotional thing. But you got to think about, you need new people. Okay, Warlord Richard streaming. Everyone's seen him stream. Every single person in crypto, like during that time, they've seen him. Okay, so whoever is going to respond to a Warlord, a lot of the product market fit has been grabbed here. Okay, now you just need Ethereum to go higher. That's another way to think about it. So that's why I'm just trying to prepare you, friends, because if he streams, okay, and the price doesn't do what you think it's going to do, just don't lose your plot. Don't lose the plot. I'm telling you, just warning you ahead of time. Yes, I want him to like bridge in with the Vietnamese kid, bridge in $10 million, smack it up, and then I want him to do that. But just in case he doesn't do that, you just don't want to fall off the bull this late into the cycle when, like, you know, it's not going to take much. Like, you know, Jay Powell hopefully gets kicked out. We pump the rates and, like, yes, just, and you know what I mean, friends. We're going to make it. Like, subscribe, video button, or catch you in the next one.